Today I'm going to be talking to you guys exactly my thoughts on the real estate market and what I kind of predict to happen. I'm going to be showing you guys the ETF Vanguard Real Estate to show you guys more or less my opinions on real estate and how everything's going to play out. All I ask if you just take 5 seconds of your time, hit that like button below. It really helps out this channel, and subscribe if you haven't yet. So will the real estate market crash in 2020? I do think we're going to see a lower price point. I don't think it's going to crash as much as '08, but I do think we're going to see a downfall. I'm going to be showing you guys exactly my thoughts on this. This is actually the Fibonacci tool. I really use this to help me figure out the support and resistance line. So there's resistance here, hits support, breaks down the support with this huge sell-off going on. The stimulus package came out. You can see here it really follows these lines here. So it hits all the way to the bottom of $55. With the stimulus package, it goes up, touches resistance here, goes down, touches support, comes back up. It's touching resistance. If it breaks resistance, we might see it break it and hit this resistance line, or we could possibly see this. I personally think we haven't hit the bottom yet of the market. I know a lot of people are thinking, that I might be wrong in this situation. I really think this whole month we're going to see an uptrend for the most part, because we have earning companies from Amazon, Netflix, and I really think they're going to drive the market up. But ultimately, after the economy gets back on and everything gets back to normal, I do think we're going to see a downfall. I do think a lot of people are going to lose their job. Ultimately, people are going to go back to work, and I feel like a lot of companies are not going to hire again. So this is the S&P 500. It really helps you indicate the market and what's going on. So I told you guys here that this was bull trap. We double topped here, and now we downtrended. A lot of news is coming out. The cases are dropping in New York, and a lot of good things are happening, and that's making this market react to it. A lot of new beginner traders start buying into this market. We're going to see the market makers just sell off, and we're going to see a big drop. I personally see that maybe happening next month. The Vanguard Real Estate ETF. So you can see here that in '08 it hit all the way to 1995, which is the lowest. I don't think we're going to touch here at all. I don't think the crash is going to be that big. I do think we're going to drop. So I'm planning on buying puts on this ETF once it hits this mark. If it breaks this resistance lines and it goes here, I'm going to be buying more puts here. I personally see this real estate ETF either hitting double bottom or hitting the 45 mark, just temporary, and then climbing back up. But this is a long time frame. I don't think the real estate market will crash as hard as '08. I do think we'll recover within 2 to 3 years. I plan on putting $10,000 of put options here at this price point, and I expect us to either touch the 55 level again or the $45 level again within this whole year. My put options will actually be up till January. What put options are: when you buy a put option, you're basically betting against the market that it will go down, and this is for the real estate market. I personally don't think we've seen the bottom of this market yet. Once everything gets back to normal, we're going to see kind of the economy in the decline. We're going to be seeing a lot of uptrend within this whole month, I think, because of earning reports, like I said, from Amazon, Netflix. Johnson & Johnson is one that actually I bought a call on that, and I see it uptrending here. I actually bought a call option to show you guys. I always want to be transparent with you guys here, and I bought Johnson & Johnson today. I put 4,000 in it. I do see us uptrending for the most part in Johnson & Johnson. I don't think we've seen the bottom yet of the market, but I do think real estate is going to drop for a little bit. And if you have cash or capital, take advantage of this, guys. I do think we might hit the 45 mark briefly or the 55 mark. You'll probably see the market being more of a buyer's market than the seller's market within this whole next year coming up. And then we'll slowly start picking up. How you can see here, we slowly started picking up from the '08 crash. It took us a long time to pick up from the all-time highs. But all this all-time high was just a big bubble. So you can't really say that the all-time highs were this accurate. It was uptrending for the most part, but this was, I feel like, a big bubble. Everybody was just playing hot potato with properties. So it crashed here, slowly started picking up. It took over 7 years to hit its peak again, and now it's just uptrending again, pretty much moving sideways actually. And then this big drop, right? If you've always wanted to invest in real estate or properties, I do think we're gonna have a buyer's market. Let's say, for example, people that own Airbnbs, that have over 50 Airbnb properties that haven't had the principal paid off yet, are going to have a lot of foreclosures within that property. I do think the government will help out. That's just temporary help. It's going to be big issue. Thing I thought about is Grant Cardone. Personally, I think that whole thing is gonna flop. That's my opinion on it, because that whole business resolves around cash flow. Once cash flow stops, the whole business model is ruined. Now it's gonna be a buyer's market. Real estate's gonna drop. A lot of these mortgages are gonna be basically not paid off. That's my opinion. You know, anybody that has a lot of real estate that hasn't have it paid off yet is gonna be in a bit of an issue with that. So that's my opinion with the Vanguard Real Estate ETF. I do see it hitting either 55 or 45 within this year, and at that time I do think we'll see a good buying opportunity if you wanted to buy a house. And if you have some capital saved up, I do think it would be a great opportunity to buy a house. I think it's going to be a buyer's market, and I do think it's not going to be as big as an '08 crash, but it's going to be a discount temporary, and then we're going to see an uptrend. That's my opinion on it, guys. I could be wrong, but I plan on shorting the market, basically buying put options for these price points. Hopefully this video helps you out, guys, regarding real estate this year to buy a house if you have money saved up. I personally think we're going to see the market drop a little bit. It's going to be a buyer's market for the most part, and then we're going to pick up back again within the next 2 to 3 years. So every video we're going to be answering 3 comments, so leave your questions down below. Okay, so some stocks have jumped 15 to 20% within the last couple of days. If you look at it from the bigger picture and the bigger perspective, I'm going to show you guys, for example, Carnival, right? The 180-day chart. We did see a bull trap here 3 months ago. It was at $51. Yeah, you can say it jumped 15, 20% because you're seeing $1, $2 jumps, which is, it's a big percentage. You know, see, it's jumped 20% today. You can see here that it double bottomed here, which is why I bought on Friday. It hit this support line, touched resistance here, broke down, and touched support line here. If it does this, called a double bottom, and after you see this, it's most likely going to be bullish as like an uptrend, right? So I did buy a few positions here, and I wasn't sure if we were going to see more of a downtrend. Even if I bought here, I still made a profit. I still wanted to buy within this range for a long-term buy. I still believe, you know, we haven't hit the bottom yet. I do think we probably are going to see and retest this low or break down. And, you know, don't get FOMO, don't get fear of missing out. If you miss a trade, let the trade come to you. For most beginner traders, when they told me I was wrong, I told them this was a bull trap. They bought here at the like $18, $19 mark. It dropped all the way to $7. They lost already like 50% of what they could have made. Do you think you should buy Carnival stock instead of Norwegian because the Saudis actually bought 9% of the company? I do think both companies are good to buy. I would diversify and buy some of Carnival and some of Norwegian just in case, to be safe. What do I think about Exxon and oil prices at the moment? Honestly, I haven't really checked that oil. That's not really my market that I look at. I tend to look at blue chip stock, high volatility stocks. Oil is high volatility at the moment, but I really haven't checked on it. I'll actually do some research on it and make a video next on that. So make sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't yet. I'll see you guys on the next video.